Good evening, everyone. This is Youthology on AUK Radio, brought to you by Attentive every 2 Wednesdays of the month at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm your host, Ruth.
And Kat.
And today our guests are...
Amber
and Julita.
And today's topic is on creativity, networking, as well as taking new opportunities.
So, we're joined with our first guest, Julita,
It's fine, Kat.
who is a teacher, progress coach at Luton Sixth Form College, and is also involved in Women's Film Festival in LA.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Which all sounds like she wears many hats. Can you tell us a bit more about these experiences?
Yeah, sure. So I still teach at college. So I'm a media and English teacher, and a progress coach as well. I started as a progress coach a few months ago, and just recently started doing teaching. Hope to do it a lot more in the future. And a few months ago, I also got an opportunity to start volunteering at a women's film festival in Los Angeles, California.
Sounds very interesting. Can you describe yourself in 3 words for our audience?
3 words. 3 words. Ambitious.
Yeah.
Some people say supercharged because I'm literally everywhere. And I'd say gentle.
Oh, that's nice.
What would you say is one thing about yourself that no one would know about you when first seeing
you? Probably that I'm 23, because people tell me I look 16.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about what you wanted to do or what you wanted to be when you were at school?
Oh, I wanted to be many things at school. One of the things... Are we talking high school? Are we talking college?
Both.
Okay, so in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Actually, when originally, I wanted to do journalism.
Oh.
When I applied for college. Unfortunately, didn't get all my GCSEs. And I did IT in my first year and redid my GCSE. But the year after, I started doing media and radio, and that was the time of my life. So kind of saw myself doing stuff in the creative industry, in film, and radio. And then throughout college, I debated what I want to do. And somehow I ended up doing a teaching degree. So actually one of my GCSE English teachers was an inspiration behind me going into education. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's really special. Yeah, my English teacher defo was one of my favourite teachers. There's something about them.
There is something about them.
This might be kind of similar to what you said, but you can give a different answer or the same one.
Sure.
Who would you say is your greatest influence growing up?
Oh, this is gonna seem like such an obvious answer, but my mom.
Oh.
Because that woman went through hell, and I've learned so much from her, and she's just the strongest woman I know.
That's very nice. Very, very nice. Can you tell us a bit about your greatest achievements so far?
So far, there's 2 to pick from. Will be a tie. I was a student an EU student careers ambassador at university. So basically, I volunteered with the European Union at university, and I guess the big thing is also doing the volunteering at City of Angels, which is the Women's Film Festival I'm volunteering at right now.
So did you get to travel back and forth in the EU?
So I actually went to university in Poland.
Okay.
And it was something my professor once came up to me and talked to me about. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, sure, sure.
And it was great, was it?
It was amazing. It was one of the best years I've had at university. It was my last year as well, so it was very nice. It was amazing. Got to meet a lot of people within the team at EPSO. It was amazing for networking. It was a brilliant opportunity.
Yeah, that sounds cool, traveling and still getting education at the same time. What would you say has been your biggest challenges so far?
Biggest challenge, I'd say mental health. Mental health, it's a huge thing. It's just the ups and downs of life. Life just happens, and your mental health. I think like we don't speak enough about mental health.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's one of those things that everyone kind of lives or goes through. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm just assuming.
yeah,
But everyone goes through it. But
Didn't
no
you
one
say
really.
what Rishi said? People in the healthcare service have to go back to, they have to continue working, even, despite their mental health factors.
Yeah.
So they claim that they're taking them seriously, but
No one really is talking about it fully. But yeah. Could you tell us, so I know you spoke a little bit about your mum being your greatest influence growing up. Would you say that she was also your greatest supporter or help to get in where you are now?
I guess so. Yes, on the home side of things, she was always there for me. She never said you cannot do something. She was always, yes, you can do it, and she's still, yes, you can do anything you put your mind to. But on the other side of things, there's also Phil. Phil Dixnell, who's a media technician at Lewin Sixth Form, and he's been my mentor ever since I was a student. So without him, I wouldn't know Montel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then again, networking. those connections.
Yeah.
and where would you say you would see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years.
That's a hard question, I think, but
Do you know what? I'd say hopefully I would be either teaching full time, media, or English, preferably media. Nothing to do with English. I mean, I love English. I'm a huge reader, and I love literature and language, but media preferably. Maybe I would still be volunteering at City of Angels because that's an amazing thing to do. Maybe I would have, by the 5 years have passed, maybe I would have at least went once to the actual festival or twice. I see myself as teaching and doing the creative work outside of teaching, just keeping my creative side alive. And hopefully I would have published my first debut novel or a script or made a movie or both. Or both.
Wow.
Just to
That's
start.
very interesting.
I'm
You
an
should have led
achiever.
with that.
I'm an achiever.
Oh, I love that.
Wow, you should have led with
You've
that.
got
I'm an
S's
achiever.
right here. For your novel, you've got 3 right here.
Just hear us up.
I hit you guys up.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of books, you said that you love to read. What is your
Love.
favorite book?
Oh.
Ooh. Do you want classics or do you want something contemporary?
Both.
yeah.
Okay. Classics, I would say there's so many good ones. I'm a huge Jane Austen person.
Pride and Prejudice.
No, actually.
Well, everyone says that.
No,
I've
actually,
only ever watched
Emma.
the- Oh,
I
Emma.
don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Emma, I've
only
seen
ever
Emma. I haven't
watched
read
the
it.
movie.
Emma.
Yeah, I've seen
Emma
it.
is a real good one. Or Little Women.
Yes, I
Lisa
love
May
Little Women.
Alcott.
Oh,
And Joe's Boys, which is connected to Little Women. Lisa May Alcott is like I love all these female writers from back in the day. There's just something about them so empowering. So that would be that. And something modern. I really love the classics. I really love the classics. But dystopian fiction is something I really like. I actually wrote a thesis on dystopian fiction at uni. So it was comparing young adult dystopian fiction to the classics of dystopian fiction. So I'd say maybe the Selection series by Kira Cass is one of my favorites. Kind of made me fall in love with dystopian lit. And Hunger Games is really good.
That's nice.
Really good.
Have you read The Handmaid's Tale?
That's the one I haven't read,
Really?
but I've seen the show. With Alexis Bledel.
Yeah, but the book is amazing. Honestly, read it.
I haven't read it. I will read
read
it.
it for like A level.
What, The Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale.
I've
Yeah.
never read it in my life. I know there's a show on it, but I don't know if it's any good.
It's great. I mean,
Ruth is passionate.
The show is really good. I've watched it like a couple of times.
It gets a bit
really
I
good.
only
that
watched-
season
do you know
3
what?
though.
Even with Hunger Games, I only watch the movies. I'm literally not a reader.
To be honest, the movies are great, but the books are even better. Better.
I've
Because
watched
when
like
they
I can say
adapt.
that about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter was good.
only
Was
ever-
a fan in high school.
Yeah, the books were better low key.
I've never.
Yeah.
Like
A completely different Hermione, a completely different Ginny.
Oh,
So yeah.
no, I've never read them.
You never read Harry Potter?
I've seen the movies.
Anyway, moving on swiftly to our second guest, Amber.
Hi.
hi Amber.
Hello.
So on this side we've also got our team leader at Attentive, and she is going to talk to us about why she joined Attentive briefly, how she's feeling about her role up to now, and also what aspirations she's got for the future. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
So hi everyone, my name is Amber. I've been a part of Attentive for just over 2 years now. Just over 2 years now, and I started off as a youth ambassador. I think like everyone does, and I think within a year of me being part of Attentive was when I got offered the role of being a team leader, which obviously I took up, and yeah, that's that. I do a bunch of other things within the organisation, but yeah, that's what it falls under.
That's nice. I know you said you joined about 2 years ago, which is a long time ago, but can you remember how you found out about Attentive?
I do. So I went to sixth form college, and I remember I was looking through my emails, which is very rare. Don't really look through them. And I saw this workshop that was being done by Attentive. And I don't know what, like, I don't really sign up for stuff like that, so I don't know what inside me was like, yeah, to do that. So I signed up for it, and it was one of the work experience weeks that we do, which I still love to this day. I love going, like, participating in them because it reminds me of how I joined. So I was there for the whole week, and I think this was during, like, Easter, maybe, if I'm not wrong, Easter. And that's how I heard about it. And when I first went to the work experience week, I didn't want to join Attentive. Like, I was just basically just doing it for the sake of getting experience. And then I did the whole week, and I was like, okay, wait. Low key, I was like, I actually would love to join because it's something that I'm passionate about. And a lot of things that I want to achieve within my personal life, I could see was something that I could have the opportunity to do so within Attentive. So that is how I joined, and yeah.
That's nice.
Can you tell us one of your most memorable projects or something you've been involved in at Attentive?
I think I always say this one, but I think it's the one that means the most to me, and it was the one that we did at Puttridge, because of the fact that I went to Puttridge High School. It was the school that I went to when I obviously was in high school. So being able to do a project there for me was very special, actually, because I could see the teachers that I worked with. I was able to go and do work in a place that was very familiar to me. And as everyone knows, Puttridge has completely been rebuilt. So I actually never got to be in the new building. I finished high school when it was still in the old building. So seeing all of that, seeing all the teachers, it was very, very nice. And I feel like I'm doing something for like myself, because it's like my school in a sense, as weird as it sounds. So I think being able to, and that was also my, like, I think one of my first projects that I did like proper, where me and Natalia, she's not part of Attentive anymore, but she used to be, I was still at sixth form at this point, and I got to learn project management, time management, and a lot of things like that within this project, because we would have to attend like Tuesday meetings at Puttridge, and me and Kat did business together. So Kat, sorry Kat,
Because you're looking right at me.
looking right at you. So we did have business, so we would literally have to rush within our break to go to Puttridge, do the meeting, and then run back in time for business. So I learned a lot during that project, and it was also very special to me because it was one of my first and also at my old school.
That's nice. How did you find it reconnecting with the old teachers? Did you see your old teachers at Partridge?
Escape them. No, I didn't. I saw a couple of them, but it was also during COVID. So this is right before they said that we were allowed to meet in big groups. So it's very limited to who we could meet. So I didn't get to see a lot of them, but I did see a couple of them, which was quite nice.
That's nice. Okay. That's nice.
I love how that's your favorite word. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
But how are you finding your experience so far? Nice?
Attentive.
Yeah.
It's been super nice. I think I've got.
It's
been super nice. It's been good. I mean, I think I've had a bit of a rocky road the last couple of weeks. But apart from that, it's been good because I've been able to get involved a lot. I've been able to do a bunch of different projects. I've gotten to meet a lot of people, which again brings in the networking aspect that we'll talk about later. I think it was a little bit difficult for me having to juggle university while also juggling being part of Attentive. So I think that's still something that I am working through, but now that I am finished with uni for the year, hopefully I'll be a bit more involved.
So now you're free.
Yeah, for now.
You just kind of answered the question because it was going to be what has your greatest challenges been so far?
Yeah.
But I'd say it's kind of juggling university with attentive work. So
It's difficult.
It is difficult. It is super difficult.
Did you want to talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah. So I also live out for university. So I don't live at home either. So with a lot of projects that we do in person, like workshops and stuff, I can't physically attend them because I'm not here. And I think that is a bit of a challenge because it means I'm not able to get involved within the team as much as I would like to because I'm not here. In addition to that, also having to manage because with university is a lot different to GCSE stuff like that when you're in high school and stuff because I'm having to I have to pass my exams of that year if I want to continue on to the next year. So having exam stress, because university is also very independent. The teachers, no one's going to spoon feed you anything. If you want to do it, you're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So having to juggle my studies, I also have a job. So having to juggle with having a job, I work weekends, the rest of the week I'm at university. And then Tuesdays are the day that obviously we have team meetings. So having to juggle all of that and having very little personal time can get a bit overbearing, but again, you need to do what you need to do.
You're a triple threat, Amber.
Thank you. At least I'm a triple threat in something.
So what, all the acting, dancing and singing, that
went out the window. I wish.
Big up. What would you say has been your greatest achievement so far?
Ooh, that's difficult. That's actually very difficult for me.
Maybe 2-minute achievements? You don't know which one to pick?
I just achieved so much. I don't know what to pick. I think for me, my biggest achievement so far. I can't lie. Oh, my mind's gone completely. I don't think I have a biggest achievement yet. I don't think I've achieved it yet.
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
No,
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
But I think I have got achievements that I am very proud of. Winning the awards at the Attentive Celebration was really, it was super nice. I didn't expect any. I can't lie, I'm gonna be so real. So when they said my name, I was like, little me, I'm coming in my little heels, flip. Those heels were killing me. I think also being able to be involved in the bunch of projects that I have been able to get involved in has been great. But I still think I haven't achieved the biggest of what I'd like to achieve. So in the future, hopefully, I'll be able to come back and be like, I've achieved it now. Ask me that question again.
Hopefully, we'll be waiting for that.
Me and you both.
Bring us back in 5
Bring us
years'
back.
time.
Oh, 5 years is
Catch up with
scary.
Amber again.
Catch up with Amber.
So we're now going to go on to our networking section of our discussion today. So we'll be asking you both questions now.
I love that.
Yep. So
Get ready.
get both close to the mic so we can both get your opinions. So the first question: can you remember a time when you met someone by chance and it turned into a big opportunity?
Ooh.
Oh, I
do you wanna
do.
start?
Yeah, so I was helping out at Stockwell Park Academy, and one of the wonderful teachers there. So a lot of people might not know, but I'm currently a law student, and that is my biggest achievement.
Okay.
And I'm becoming a lawyer.
There we go.
But So I had gone with Montel, and one of these lovely, lovely ladies. I'm so sorry, I don't remember her name. I have the worst memory, so I'm surprised I remember your names. But she's honestly so wonderful, and I remember telling me that she knew another lady who was a lawyer, and she did this program which she had like minority females. They were able to go down to court with her and basically got to have like a mini internship kind of thing.
Oh wow.
To kind of see the experience of it. I need to still capitalise on that opportunity, but meeting her was so wonderful. She was honestly so kind. She said some very kind words to me, and yeah, I didn't expect to meet her that day, but I did.
Yeah,
that's nice.
On my side of things, actually, I guess this led to a string of opportunities and string of connections, because one day I was one of these troubled students that couldn't sit in the canteen because it was too overwhelming. You know what the canteen at college is, right?
Yeah.
It's
Never catch me
overwhelming.
there.
It's overwhelming. You never catch me there.
No.
What I once did was once I became a media student, I stumbled into Phil's office. And became one of many students that Phil has helped to develop their confidence and just become the people we are now, because he's been doing it for years to so many of past me's and future me's. And meeting Phil led to meeting Montel, and ultimately led to meeting Lisa, who's the founder of City of Angels. And yeah, so Phil.
Damn, Phil, starting the show today.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, our next question is, have you ever made friends while networking instead of just professional connections?
I feel like that's a thing when you join Attentive. You just kind of make friends, do you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I think we've met a bunch of people. I think the one that stands out to me all the time is Kathy Barr. She is honestly so lovely.
Yeah, Kathy.
I've only met Kathy once.
Oh, Lord, she is. When I tell you, that woman is so lovely.
She is
I
really
met her at one of our work experience weeks that we did. I met her a couple of times now.
Wasn't the same one I went to?
I think it might have been.
I think it might have.
But that wasn't the first time I met her. Yeah, so I had been there. Sorry, not the first time. I think the second time that I met her, and she's honestly so lovely. Like every time I meet her, she's a great professional connection, but also I have like a nice human conversation with her. She always asks me how I'm doing, and I remember she said something to me, which she doesn't know this, but like it really motivated me. And I remember we were standing, it was just me and her, and like when you're in a loud room, but like it's just you two.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to her, and she said to me that that she thinks I'm going to go very, very far. She thinks I'll make a great lawyer and to keep going. And honestly, I can't lie, Loki needed it back then. I was like, damn. And she's honestly so lovely. Every time I see her, it's so nice to see her, to kind of catch up. So I think she'll be one of the ones that I'm like, yeah, really like her.
Wow.
That's lovely.
I hope she's listening right now.
Kathy, if you're listening,
We love you.
Especially Amber.
especially
Especially
Amber.
Amber. I'll see you next time.
On my side of things, I guess that would be Lisa. I've only been volunteering for a couple of months, but Lisa's just been so lovely. I hope she's maybe listening to this. So she's really been great. She believes in me, and she just keeps on popping up with new opportunities. I've just recently made cards, like digital business cards for our team, and I feel like, honestly, we haven't had a full team meeting yet, because, well, I'm in the UK, she's in LA, another one of us is in Pennsylvania, the other one's in Connecticut, so it's hard to get the whole team into the actual meeting, but I feel like I've only met one of them, and Lisa, more than once, but I feel like we're already friends, and we're working towards a common goal. So I guess they're lovely people. They're just lovely people, and I can't wait till the next team meeting.
Yeah, do you know what? And another one that reminded me was the deputy mayor, Zainab.
Oh yes,
I met
Zainab.
her.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that woman is so
I met her like once, like
Same.
a few weeks ago. At a thing Montel did at college.
She's honestly so
Yeah.
inspirational.
Yes.
Me myself being a woman of like black minority, and her seeing her in such power was so inspirational, and especially because she is in a political position, and obviously as a lawyer. I met her at the celebrations event that we did. She's honestly so lovely. I have her on my Instagram. She's so lovely. I love seeing the work that she does. And yeah, she was also a very, very, very nice person.
She's amazing. You can just chat with her about
She's very
possibly
easygoing.
anything,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah, she's really nice to talk to.
Yeah, these sounds like all very lovely people. Here's kind of a fun question. If you could add 3 famous historical figures to your professional network, who would they be and why?
I see the
know.
gears in your head just
I
turning.
know. One of mine is very recent. Is Amal Clooney, with the thing that she's done with Palestine, with the ICC. I honestly, I don't look up to anyone except like I don't use like people who are famous as like my role models, people to look up to. I just personally don't. But I want to be like her. So I'd have Amal Clooney, my very first one. I'm trying to think of like other like figures that I'm like inspire me. Do you want to go? Amal Clooney was the first one.
I guess we can interchange and get
Three's a
just
lot.
3.
Jumped in
Yeah.
with that one. Who else would I love to like? Bella Hadid.
Yeah.
I love, again, I think she's very, very vocal in what she believes in, and that's exactly the kind of woman that I would love to be behind. Because I think especially with an industry like hers, where everyone's watching you and you're still able to be like, do you know what? I don't agree with what this is, so I'm going to put my foot down and I'm going to leave this whole thing behind because of my beliefs, and I love that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've already taken up 2. Who else?
3rd.
I mean, in that sense, Kehlani. I love Kehlani. She's very vocal about her passion. She's an amazing singer. Love her voice. I think those would be my 3, and they're all 3 women because, again, so inspirational. Yeah, what about you?
On my side of things, the first one of them has to be Emily Dickinson. I love that woman's poetry, and the fact that she was a woman who didn't get to be known during her lifetime, but she became super famous after she died, and the fact that all her poems were supposed to be burned after she died. I mean, almost 2,000. I have like a whole collection of 2,000 of her poems.
Oh, damn.
And I just recently bought this amazing edition of her unpublished poems, love poems. They're so good. They're so good though. And that book is 90 years old. When I hold that book, it feels like I'm holding a piece of history.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, literally.
Apparently it belonged to a lady called Adelaide Livingstone.
I don't know who that is.
I don't. When I was like, I think she was like civil rights movements or something. But the most important thing about that book is it's one of the first editions, Emily Dickinson, and I love that woman. She wrote amazing poems. So I'd add her. I guess I'd also add Haley Steinfeld because she plays Emily Dickinson in the TV show, in the Apple TV show, and that show is so good.
What is it called?
Dickinson, just Dickinson, and it's so good. 3 seasons. It's amazing. It's just amazing. She's not a historical figure, but
I remembered another one.
go ahead.
you
Go
go.
ahead.
I love John Nicola Coughlin from Bridgerton.
She is what she just said recently.
Yeah, and also because she's wearing Artist for Ceasefire. She's honestly, I love how men are all like modern people and like it's just like people like that. I love that because that is what you. Those are the kind of things that you should use your platform for.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to. You can't get sucked into a world like that and then just go by it, do things that you think won't cancel you. You need to be able to stand by your beliefs, because I think with a lot of professions sometimes you have to compromise your beliefs. And I love to see women who are like, no, actually, I'm not going to compromise what I believe in. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to say this is what I believe in, despite you maybe not liking what I'm saying, and that's completely fine. Especially during a time when Bridgerton's just premiered.
Yeah,
And
they have
this
such a big platform right
Especially
now.
now, because all eyes are on Bridgerton, and she's able to sit here and be like, yeah, I vote for a ceasefire, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
But sorry to cut you off. Julita, did you have 2 more people, or do you still need to think?
Yeah, sure. So one of them, I'd say, I know it's a man, but William Wordsworth. I love his writing.
I feel so stupid.
I love his writing. And one more historical figure, I'd say.
next. Yeah, sorry,
Phyllis
Amber.
Whitley.
It's
Phyllis
okay.
Whitley, because she was one of, well, she was a black slave woman who wrote poetry in colonial America. So I mean, inspiring. So Phyllis Whitley.
Yeah.
Because she answered the question, I just I forgot the historical part.
It's okay, Amber.
Yeah.
It's alright.
We're going on a break, so we can have a little discussion
Remix.
about that now. Maybe we
It's
can
okay.
do some historical. Maybe we can.
You can go over the historical
Yeah, maybe you
characters.
can tell her some people. So we left it off where we were talking about historical famous figures that we would want as part of our network, and we heard a few interesting. I mean,
Looking at Amber.
I rate all of Amber's celebrity choices. It just wasn't exactly the question.
Sorry.
But that's okay.
It's alright.
I think Julia,
I remixed
you
it.
kind of saved it with
I know. I just like.
Some quite impressive.
I just like people who wrote stuff, and yeah.
Okay, here's a fun question. And then we're going to go on to creativity as an outlet.
Yeah.
So if you could make your dream networking event, what would it be like and who would you invite?
Can I still get the dead people in it, or
I guess, yeah. If that makes it fun.
I don't know. My dream networking. Oh God. Do you know what? I would love to go to Cannes. To Cannes Film Festival.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to go to Cannes and just enjoy myself, meet all the actors and directors. My one of my dreams is meeting Steven Spielberg.
Oh wow.
So hopefully one day I get to do that. With the stuff I'm currently doing. Hopefully. He would be there definitely at my networking event, Steven.
Lovely.
VIP guest.
I guess a lot of. I'd have Phil there. I'd have Lisa there. I'd have my team members from City of Angels there, and I'd have just a bunch of actors that I love. Woody Harrelson. You don't know Woody Harrelson?
No.
Oh my god.
The
I'm
thing
not
is, I
even
know
gonna-
people by face, but not by
Yeah.
name, so...
I'm not even gonna say it. I feel like I
The,
sound so uncultured.
Haymitch in Hunger Games. Woody Harrelson.
I do know
Woody
that
Harrelson.
guy.
I
I
have
don't know.
Woody Harrelson
Yeah,
there.
tell us the
actors,
characters.
yeah.
Yeah. I have Hailey Steinfeld there
Of
because she's
course.
played so many great characters. Emily Dickinson and Nadine Franklin. Oh, I love The Edge of 17. It
Oh yeah,
was
that was
great.
actually quite good.
Like the best coming of age movie I've probably ever seen. Just a bunch of actors I really love.
Nice. Sounds really interesting. How about you, Amber?
Wait. You just asked if I had my ideal networking event, who I'd invite, right?
And also, what would you be doing? Like, what would it be like?
I love a good dinner.
Yeah.
I love like a nice dinner, so I think it would be a nice dinner.
What
And I
about
think-
like a tasting menu?
It's my event. I'm kidding. I'll invite you, Kat, don't worry.
Oh.
No, but I would love to have like a nice high-end dinner.
Yeah.
You get me? With like nice food, not like just like caviar and that's it. You know, nice food.
Nice
Discover.
food.
With like nice vibes. And who I would love to have on there. I think all of the historical figures that I mentioned earlier, all of them would be great. I think some of the other people that I would. I don't feel like I look up to a lot of people. You get me?
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's difficult for me to be like, oh, I love this person, I love that person. There's a lot of people that I like Blake Lively, like her movies. Zendaya.
Ooh,
like her
Zendaya's a
movies.
good
Yeah.
one.
Lupita Nyong'o,
Yeah, Lupita's
love her.
good.
And if Zendaya's there, Tom's gonna be there too.
Tom Holland +1. Love Tom Cruise. Well, used to love Mission Impossible series. So I mean, it's just all that. There's just what I like, but it's not like
So what, you wouldn't necessarily want them at your networking event?
sure. Why not?
Oh, okay.
Come
Okay.
along.
All of the all Hollywood, just like everyone in Hollywood.
No,
come
not
to,
even.
come,
Honestly,
come to our
me,
events.
give me my whole football team there. That's all I want. That's my ideal networking event.
Ooh, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I would like at mine. He's a QB for Buffalo Bills. I'm super into American football,
Oh.
which Phil makes fun of me for liking American football.
Yeah.
But I'd have Josh Allen there.
The only football you should like is
It's
football.
really good. I don't know. I just like American football.
Oh, wow.
Fair enough. Now we're gonna move on a little bit onto creativity as an outlet. My first question for this section is, how do you turn tough times into creative energy? So what do you do in tough times?
Because I'm the writer, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just
Essentially.
pointing at me. Could you repeat the question, please?
Yep. How do you turn tough times into creative energy?
I basically just write poetry.
Nice.
Whenever I have a bad time, I write stuff on paper or in my phone, and somehow, some way, it turns into a poem.
Wow. Talent.
I love
honestly.
how yours is so inspirational and mine everyone's just gonna be like, Amber, here you go again.
That's alright. Let us hear it.
I love colouring.
Yeah, that's nice. I love coloring too.
I've been doing it since I was like very little.
Yeah.
So you know like mandalas, those like colouring things.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
doing them since I was like very young.
What's a mandala?
It's basically like a circular thing, design with
okay.
like a lot of pattern, which you
Okay,
can colour in.
nice.
And I started doing them when I was back in primary school. And the way our system worked was if you finish your exam early, we'd have this big folder with a bunch of different mandalas, and you'd be able to go through them and pick out like a bunch of pencils and then start colouring
Oh,
as a reward for finishing your exam early. So now that I'm an adult, if I'm ever stressed or anything like that, I love doing creative stuff like that. I've got like colour by number on my phone.
I love
My best friend's
colour.
there, she knows it. I'm on the phone, I'm always just doing colour by number. And it's just stuff that de-stresses me. I'm not really interested in things like poetry and stuff like that. So for me, I think it's a bit more difficult. In that sense, I'm not that creative, but I just do stuff like just colouring to get my mind off it. I think it helps me relax a little bit.
Coloring is nice.
Yeah.
I think it's really relaxing.
Has anything unusual ever sparked your creativity?
To be honest, the weirdest thing ever is getting inspiration at literally 1 a.m. in the morning, and you just wake up and like, oh, I have an idea, this could be a poem. I have this like all the time, like something just pops or something happens to me, and it just turns into something, and I have to note it down. I just have to note it down. Whatever the time is, I don't care, I'm just noting it down. Whether on a page or in my phone, it's just, or even if I don't have anything to write with, I just kind of do a voice note on my watch, because it could be something. It could be
Yeah.
something.
And you go back to it and then...
And then I go back to it and I think, oh god, that's awful. How did I ever think this was good?
I was just tired.
But you know what? Apparently the best stuff you create when you're tired.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Amber.
Humble?
Guys. I don't think there's ever been anything that's strange that's like made me want to be creative. I just, again, she's so accomplished. I feel like I'm like,
What's your name?
never really.
I
don't
write
think
and keep
do.
stuff to myself. That's
I'm
what I
not
do.
really much of like a writer or like poetry and stuff like that. So for me, maybe that's her
Yeah.
idea of that. But I think mine might be a bit different. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
found
whatever.
it
Yeah.
yet.
Because creativity
Yeah.
can be writing,
Different.
it can be drawing, it can
It's
be
anything.
acting,
Could be speaking.
it can literally be
Speaking,
speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what though? I think something that's creative, as in like speaking, that's been very inspirational to me lately, and something that I've like taken a lot of interest in, is unfortunately the situation that is going on in Palestine. You know, looking at a lot of people speaking out and like being passionate about it, especially with all the protests and stuff. It makes me passionate. It makes me want to do as much as I can. So I think that for me would be what I would say. I think, and also as a lawyer, and seeing obviously what's going on, I still don't know what kind of law I'd like to do.
Yeah.
But I think humanitarian law, it is something that does strike my interest. I don't know if I'll come back to me in 5 years. So I don't know if I'll obviously do it, but it is something that I didn't think about earlier. But now that the more I look at what's going on in the world, I'm like, cool, I have the opportunity to be able to get an education. I've got the opportunity to be able to sit here. I've got the luxury to be able to go to sleep in a comfortable bed and not fear whether I'm going to wake up the next day or not. Whereas these people are suffering. And if I, with the degree that I'm doing, do have the opportunity to be able to go make a difference, why would I not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think for me that's been super inspirational. And obviously bringing back to Amal Clooney, seeing her and how she's like helping out as much as she can, for me has been super inspirational. So I think that's what I would say.
That's really nice. Speaking of opportunities, we're going to move on to our next section, which our first question is, what motivates you to take new opportunities when they present themselves?
My brother.
Oh, that's
For me, my biggest inspiration, I know you said yours was your mother.
Yeah.
Mine is my brother. And my brother's 5 years older than me, and he is, I don't really look up to famous people, but the one person that I do look up to is my brother.
Oh.
So for me, even with Attentive, when I first joined, every single big step in my life, I always have to discuss it with my brother. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very, very close to him. So for me, any big opportunity, I'll have a conversation with him about it, and I'll be like, and he always pushes me to do my best. He always pushes me to be like, do you know what, Amber, I can't lie, this is good for you. So for me, if there is an opportunity, I'll have a conversation, and he'll always push me to do my best and to try everything I can, because he himself is very much like that. Like, he's also a lawyer, and he's always at these like networking events. He's always doing all of this stuff like networking. So I look at him and it inspires me, and I'm like, cool, I want to be able to do that as well, because networking is amazing. I love meeting new people.
It is.
Love speaking, because everyone has such different interests. Even like with you guys, when I first met you, it was so good because I got to know what things you're interested in. I mean, Kat, likewise, you're a lawyer as well. So honestly, I think for me that is that.
That's really nice. I hope your brother's listening to this. I've met him a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Obviously not.
He's hustling again out. I think he's out in London, but
Oh, as it should.
always.
What about you?
I guess my mom always pushes me to do everything. I mean, she says, you can do it. Being one of my biggest supporters, you can do it. Phil's always throwing me to do stuff, photography, creating. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know Lisa. So it was just a one-time thing, and then I decided to message her once, and here I am. So Phil's always pushing me to do better, do stuff, and he's been doing that since I was a student. I did not take his advice that often, but I took his advice often enough to be where I am today. So yeah.
Yeah, I really hope Phil is listening to this. Honestly.
Yeah, this is like,
I really hope he's.
Honestly, if you're not Phil, don't worry, we'll show you the recording later.
Yep.
So I think we can all agree that sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone to kind of take up new opportunities. So can you both tell me about a time or a moment where you had to give up a comfort for a bigger chance in the future?
I think everyone looks at me and thinks I'm so good at public speaking and I don't get frightened. But honestly, even now, I feel like fake it till you make it is literally my life.
Honestly.
life.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
She said it, and it's true.
Yeah.
Literally, so for me, I think one thing that was very much outside my comfort zone, and actually Kat was with me, was the police event that we did. I was not comfortable, first of all, and then obviously I did it. But for me, like, public speaking is, I still get nervous to this day. Like, when we were doing the celebrations event and I had to do my little, like, presenting, was low-key shaking. But
In your heels.
No wonder you couldn't whoop.
just shaking. No, but stop. But for me, it definitely, like, I still get so nervous. Like, I'm like to everyone, guys, I got this. I'm sat there quaking. I'm like, what's going on? But I think for me, public speaking is still, like, I'm scared. So even now, when before the radio, I was like, no one's gonna see me, but I'm still, like, a bit, you know. So I still have to, like, the way I to be fair get over that is I look at everyone in the, like, room, and then I find my comfort person in the room, and I just look at that one person.
Just look at that one person throughout the session.
Which usually is that one there, because I always have her come over with me. So I have amazing supportive friends too. They'll always come to a lot of the stuff that we do. So I'll just look at them. They usually pull silly faces to make me laugh, but just look at them. But if it's not that, again, just get comfortable with the, like, environment, and then as soon as you're like, cool, it's okay. It's just
people.
200 people looking at me.
No, but you know what? I feel like that is something a lot of people do when they go on radio. I remember when I was a radio student, and we did some shows at Radio Lab as work experience, and I remember someone saying, and it could have been my teacher, pick something in the room. It can be a plant. It can be an emotional support plant. Just keep your eye on that particular plant and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was my teacher saying that, but yeah, just kind of focus on that. And mine is actually quite similar to yours, because for me it's self-esteem. It's believing in yourself. It's believing you can do this thing, girl. You know what I mean? And having this constant reassurance from people who support me, that's the biggest thing that, well, makes me feel like I can do this.
100%.
Don't get me wrong, I still get moments where I'll go like, no, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. And then I get these amazing people around me, my mom, my brother, my grandparents, Phil, and even Lisa, saying, you're doing so good, you're doing great, and you can accomplish stuff.
Yeah, do you know what,
Anything.
saying that, I think it's good to have like some sort of like a support system around you.
Yes.
Something like that. Because for me, like you said, I'm very blessed to have really, really good friends who are always supportive, who'll always tell me, do you know what, I was so proud of you, which is very, very nice to hear.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people feel like you hear it all the time, but how many times have you been told, wow, like you're great on the radio, or like you do this and that, you know? So when you do get it from people that you look up to and you care about, it means a lot.
Yeah.
So I think that's another way you can
Have
overcome
an
it.
emotional backbone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
100%. Okay, we're gonna do our last question now, and then we're gonna end it for today. How has your idea of success changed as you've taken on new challenges and grown?
Success is many things to many people.
Wise words.
So do not measure your success based on others,
Yeah.
on the
Amen.
success of others, because we're all different, we're all unique, and I
Mhm.
stand by it. We're all unique, we're all different, and we're all special in our own ways. Someone might be super into Latin, or someone might be super into gaming, and the fact that I don't know, this one gamer might become a game developer. Who knows? It's success is really hard to define, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like I will never reach success.
Oh,
Because
Oh.
That was deep.
yeah, I guess because I believe we're all on this lifelong journey of constant development, constant learning. And yes, set yourself goals. There's like a huge list I've got of stuff I want to accomplish in the next few years. But success will be when I feel like I've done something. I've done something. And I might never achieve success. Might never do it. But I guess I'm a family person, and by being a family person, by loving the people I love, I'm already successful.
Aw,
Oh, that was so cute.
That's so nice.
I think for me, when I was younger, for me, the way I measured success was like monetary success.
Yeah.
Like money, like cool, I got like 2 million in my bank account, I'm set, that's successful.
Have you ever
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that
Show your secrets.
guys, I ain't got 2 million in my bank account. If I did, you wouldn't see me. But I think that's how I would be like monetary success. But the order I get success to me is, everyone has a different definition of success. My version of success might not be your version of success. So for me, I think there is 2 aspects for me that are very important. The first is my religious. I'm someone who I would say is religious, and it's something that I want to consistently keep improving on. So for me to be the level of religious that I'd like to be, that's one version of success to me. I'm successful, right?
Amen.
And in addition to that, secondly, for me is, it's not about the money anymore. It's about what I can achieve in this life, what I can do. I think for me, this might sound so like, oh, she's so inspirational. This is so corny. But like for me, the one thing that I've always wanted to do is help people. So
Yeah.
if in my lifetime, because we're all very privileged to be sat here right now. You know, we're
Yeah.
privileged. We can buy whatever we want, whenever we want it. We've got under supply of food, water, comfortable homes, which other people don't have.
Yeah.
And we've also got opportunities that other people don't have, whether that be being able to go to university, educational opportunities, or anything else like that. So I think for me, if I can use the resources that I have to help other people, for me that's success. That means a lot more to me than money ever will. Because with money, happiness is temporary. You get me?
Yeah.
With the stuff that you do with other people, she's like, no. She's like, hand me your money. Don't get me wrong. Money is good.
Yes.
Money helps.
It
Don't
helps,
get me wrong, but I
that's
think
not it.
Money couldn't take me
honestly,
to Jamaica.
not the McDonald's. God forbid, never catch me some McDonald's. Like maybe the meal that I had was so good, like 5-star. But me helping someone else
Yeah.
and like making a difference in their lives matters and means so much more. So I think for me, success has changed in how much impact that I can leave before I leave this world.
Wise
You know what?
words.
Thank you. That was the wisest thing I've said
That-
all hour.
linking
Back.
to that though, linking to that, I just want to leave it on that note. There's this great quote,
Oh, wow.
and okay, I'm gonna be super sophisticated. It's in Latin.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
All right.
It's and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it wrong because it's been 2 years since I
We
took
won't know.
Latin.
Damn. We want to.
It's sic parvis magna, and it means it was one of the quotes that Sir Francis Drake went by. He was a great sailor,
I know him.
and it means greatness from small beginnings.
Oh.
Which I believe we all can be great, no matter who we are. So no matter who you are, no matter what you do, you can be great. And
Fact.
the measure of greatness is the same thing as measure of success. You measure your greatness and you measure your success. So yeah, I
That
guess
was very nice way to end
Very
it.
a
wise
nice
words.
wise words.
Thank you.
Finally, any final words from? I'm gonna start with Kat. Any final words?
I think this has been a very inspirational conversation today. And yeah, keep being great.
Keep being great. And on to our guests. Any final words? Julita, I'm gonna go so we're good in order.
Amber?
Oh, me. Sorry. I'm like debating the mic. I think no, it's been very, very nice. To be able to kind of come on here and have a conversation with you guys. And I don't really have much to say. I think it was very, very nice. It was a good conversation. Learn about different goals we've got going on, and then different things in our lives. So it's always nice to have a little catch up.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Julita.
And on to me. No, I loved today. I love today because it's the second thing. It's the second time I'm doing this thing. So it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Have us back in what, like a couple of years, like a year or two. Just
up.
me and Amber, the duo. I feel like we have this energy. We like
You have to
feed
go to
off
my
each other.
assistant.
Assistant.
You have to go to my assistant. See if you can book me.
No, it's been great. I loved it, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing this again.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you for having us.
Thanks,
Ruth,
guys.
do you have any last words?
Yeah, Ruth.
Yeah. We said last word. It sounds so simple. So just from me, it was very, very nice to have you guys on here. Very inspirational. Learned a lot from you both, and Kat as well.
You both are that.
Yeah, just there's nothing you cannot do. One thing I always tell people, remember that and continue to be great. This has been Youthology on AUK Radio, brought to you by Attentive every 2 Wednesdays of the month from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I have been your host, Ruth.
And I've been your host, Kat.
And our guests have been,
Amber.
And Julita.
and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.